welcome back to Chin Strap and Chicago Bulls hats. What's up? What's up?
Hello.
I'm just kidding.
We're in the right spot.
Yeah. What up? What up? It's your boy who wants to buy some wheat. No, it's the Open Mic Podcast. We're back. With me as always, Jason. Hey. And with us we have special guest Danzy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man. Thanks
How's
for
it
making the
going?
track out here. It's pretty
Hey,
good.
man, I need to get out of the apartment. I spend way too much time in the apartment.
Yeah, actually, your wife sent me $50 to get you out of the apartment.
That
so
sounds
we're
like
not
her.
even recording
That's
right
not-
now. It's yeah. She told me to order some pizzas, but I was like, I'll keep the 50 and feel like I earned something.
Just humor him. You know?
Just let him be something for about an hour.
Well, she didn't get her hopes that high. I'll just say that. I won't say what she said, but
I mean, you get what you pay for, $50.
she wants you to practice maybe thinking about becoming something.
Well, that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I know. It's
I've decided what I want to be.
what's that?
And that is like an anime koala villain. This is what
You are achieving each plateau.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not about the money you make, guys. It's about the evil that you spread
Yeah.
as an evil anime koala
Oh, I've been
villain.
spreading lots of evil, and I've had evil spread all over me my whole life. So, but for you guys watching, if you've never heard of Danzy, he's a comedian. How long you been doing comedy? So he's starting next week.
Yeah, it'll be 15 years in April.
Ooh, just lie about that.
No, that's why I went.
It's actually 22 years.
Yes, it's actually 22 years.
He's
It
actually
feels
the
like
only
fucking 22
ethereal
years.
comic that we know. So.
I feel like he's a vampire just trying to compensate for the time that you've really possibly been doing.
Yeah.
I'm a lazy vampire. It's just like all the things a vampire could be doing. I'm just gonna be mediocre at stand-up comedy.
I think because when I met you, you didn't have any gray hair yet, and I think
that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think you did one funny joke and it scared you, and you're like, oh no, oh. No, I'm kidding.
It's from when I bombed the first time. And I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm in this now. And then
Yeah,
this
that's
is
from
great.
one bomb. Yeah, that's not from 15 years of bombs scaring the color out of you. Literally,
That's where the length comes from. That,
he just wanted more white privilege. That was a good build. That was good.
Absolutely.
But Danzy's one of my good friends. I've known you since I started like 5.5 years ago. You also have.
Can we stop saying the years, Bart?
No. We're gonna name this. Danzy's doing this 15 years.
Yeah.
Question mark. No. What podcast? What's your podcast? Tell the three listeners I
I have
have.
two podcasts. I have Counting Lights podcast with Chris Germany. We're comedy and wrestling lockup. You can listen to that on Spotify.
Ooh,
and
Jason likes wrestling.
Spotify.
You always point that out.
I actually brought this as a
you'll
play
love
date.
it. Oh,
I
good.
brought
We're
you to
already
set you up
bonding
as
on
a
so
play
many
date.
things.
Both your wives actually gave me $50 to put this together.
You are getting money.
Yeah,
So
dude.
Chris is a Hall of Fame retired wrestler. He's wrestled on Raw, SmackDown, back in the Attitude Era.
What was his moniker?
Chris Germany and
Chris Germany sounds familiar.
yeah.
With a K.
He
Bald head?
wrestled,
KH.
yeah, bald head. He wrestled in the Sportatorium for World Class, and
Oh,
he's done it all.
So if you show him this and I guessed right who he was, he's going to be like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
fuck
Also,
yeah.
90% of wrestlers are bald because
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
true.
It was a
That's
50-50.
true.
True.
You're
it was-
wrestling my microphone right now, dude.
Yeah, I'm
The microphone
amped.
went for a chokehold.
I'm amped because I got a potential new listener.
No, my brother-in-law hooked me up recently with the WWE app, and he like actually logged it in so I can like stream and cast and all that shit.
That's
with it.
pretty
so I was
badass.
like, hell yeah.
I used to have that network, and it was nice to have just watch a pay-per-view for $10 a month. It was really nice. Anyway, I'm breaking off format.
Thank you.
we
We
go.
saw the wheels. I'm like, woo.
Another podcast is it's actually not out now, but it's coming out.
Coming soon.
It might be out by the time this hits. It's Asphalt with Micah and Jake. It's our sequel to Crowd's Fault. which
So
will
Crowd's
never-
fault is no more?
So you know how there was Star Trek Enterprise? This is Star Trek like Voyager. You know?
Oh, so you guys are so
Yeah,
cocky
yeah.
that you think you need a second
No,
podcast
well-
with the same cast?
Well, kind of, but with Crowd's Fault, we predicted stuff. Like, we would predict alien invasions, whatever. We actually predicted a pandemic, and then it happened, and then the whole podcast would have been about, like, COVID every single freaking episode, because it was,
Yeah.
it's everywhere. And then it'd get political, and we were like, fuck all that. Let's just change it up.
So
Let
it got
everyone
so-
find out on their own.
Yeah.
So it got so political that you're like, I just got to get the fuck out of this. I got
Because, like...
Well, I like you guys, but I don't want to
Well,
talk
no,
about this
well,
shit
like-
anymore.
He's going Barack here with the gray hair. He's like,
Where's your birth
I've already
certificate?
been president for 4
Where
years.
were you born?
I don't even know. No, but like with that, it was just like, we did a political episode every now and then, but to me and Jake and Micah, political episodes, every single episode is boring, and then you just become something you didn't want to become. So it was just like, let's change it to asphalt, ASS.
Because it's your ass fault why we got to change the name, motherfucker.
We thought of it today. It's because we're just talking out our ass, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's our podcast now.
I think that's most people's podcast. Yeah. Except for me and Jason were looking up stuff yesterday, and Jason found a bunch of other open mic podcasts, and not one of them make any sense. It's like a lawyer. What was the other guy breaking down?
Yeah, so there's one that was about cyclists and the athletic sport of cycling, because there was a retired cyclist.
Okay.
There's another one where a guy, he gives stock tips and analyst ideas and stuff like that. There's another guy that talks about business finance. There's another guy that does arena football and legends of arena football. If there was legends to begin with.
I actually kind of want to listen to all of them.
They're all the open mic podcasts. Easy to find.
If you group all those together, it makes sense, because that's like an open mic where nothing there makes fucking sense, except for like the guys who've been there for a while.
They are going for a low demographic right there.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk about, you have a Twitch, a pretty successful Twitch, right?
It's not like pretty successful.
No?
No, I mean,
don't talk about it.
He's like, no, it's very successful.
I stream on twitch.tv/Red Nebula Pictures. It's got, we got...
That's Red Nebula Pictures.
Red Nebula
He
Pictures.
tried to glaze over it, but I want you guys to look it up.
I mean, it's where I go to escape, and I got a little community there that we'll shoot the shit. We know each other. We send each other gifts.
Are you like, is your avatar like the Elder Troll? So you're like
it's
the
all
one in charge?
It's all like space themed.
Today we play Mario Kart, people.
No, sometimes I'll do an Insomniac stream at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Nice.
For people who can't sleep, and then for people in the UK and stuff like that. But
that's you just running through games and stuff like that?
Just running through games.
New, old, both?
New, old, both. Right now. Oh, god damn, Cuphead's hard. No.
Yes,
This is me the fuck off. We've gotten so mad as grown men playing
that's the
Cuphead.
thing.
Mike was like, I have to go home. He got so mad. He was like, I'm fucking going home. Fuck this.
It was also like 2:30 in the morning. I was like, fuck this.
When a game gets me that mad, I just won't play it. I don't care to beat it. It's not an achievement thing for me. I just wanted to play a fun fucking game.
I just want to see all the cutscenes, but you know what? I just watch them on YouTube. It's done. Or I watch someone like you that's twitching it, doing it.
No, I'm not doing Cuphead. Fuck all that. That's going to be it.
Yeah, you don't want to look bad on your Twitch.
Yeah, 18-hour line, then I'm just fucking yelling out cunt all over the place.
There's like a 13-year-old kid. He's like, I have all the maps open. Why is this taking you so long? It's a pattern. It's the most simple thing ever.
I've actually had to tone down the language a little bit, because I do have 16, 17-year-old kids watching me while
so if their parents hear
16 and 17, I was already fingering people and cursing. But you
still got to cover it up when you're around grown folk.
Yeah, you gotta cover it up.
You gotta tone it down. If I know everyone there is an adult, then I will go a little dark.
Problem. You're keeping everybody plugged into the batteries that they are, which makes up the matrix. Unplug them and show them what's really out there. Bro. Stupid fuckheads.
Sorry.
I'm calling the kids fuckheads.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
was like, wow, bro.
Yeah. No, we're all plugged in, dude. I refuse to be a battery. Plus, you won't get any energy out of me.
I don't want an email from a parent or anything.
I'd love to get an email from a parent, dude. I'll turn it into a joke and be hilarious. I'd post that shit.
Nah, if it was stand-up or something, that'd be different. But for this, it's just a little place where I like to go and escape, and no drama, all that shit. And that's just drama.
Yeah. Well,
so why would I cause that drama by just being like, hey, fucking, here's some Columbine jokes. You know what I mean?
Plus, 16 and 17-year-old kids are the ones that actually pay the Patreon.
I mean, yeah.
That's where you get a little...
Yeah. They
feel bad with mommy's credit card, and they're like, I'll send this guy $20.
You don't want to lose a potential subscriber, at the same time.
I get that.
And plus, they throw you the $1 and the $3 and the $5 here and there and all that stuff, too. So.
Yeah, dude, I'm holding on to our 3 subscribers. I'm never letting go. We are connected forever. I know what you're thinking, and no, you shouldn't have orange soda. Root beer's better. Somebody's mind's exploding. 2 weeks from now, when this airs.
Thank you they provide Coke Zero. By the way.
We're not sponsored, so no. This is Coke.
This is how you get sponsored. You just do it for free.
That's Zokiro.
Yeah. Jason's having a stroke again. Yeah. Do you have some questions for us, Jason?
Sure. So, since it's getting cold now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like 9 hoodies?
Would you rather be cold or would you rather be hot? Would you rather be too cold or too hot?
So hot weather or cold weather? Man, I usually say hot because you can take a shirt off and you can get in the pool, and plus the girls, they dress a little sexier. But I kind of like wearing hoodies, man. I'm getting into hoodies real big.
Yeah, I'm
and-
kind of the same way. I'd rather
but-
be cold because I love jacket season.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting
Man,
into
cold
it.
is like, it's brittle though. Like right on your, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, it's cold.
Like when we went to Chicago, that chest where you can't control your chest is
You get
just
the rattles.
rattling in there.
Yeah,
It's
that means you're
rather-
about to get sick when that shit
Yeah,
happens.
it's rattling there like a prison guard in the 50s who's teasing all the unfortunate gentlemen in the prison.
Yeah, it's like you're getting sent forward through time cold. Like you're getting frozen so
I
you
call
can
it
wake
the-
up at 2070.
I call it the devil's xylophone.
Somebody said to me when I was younger in Chicago, they're like, "What, you got a monkey rattle around in a monkey cage?" I was just like,
Did you do a racism to me, sir?
I thought we were just talking about the weather.
Politics. No. But you know what I always thought?
Trap.
It's funny you brought that up because I think I wish that they would switch to where the shorter days were in the hot part of the year and the longer days were in the colder part of the year, because we don't need more heat. I mean, by 8 o'clock in the afternoon in the summer, we're dead.
God damn it,
We're
that's
fried.
thinking, man.
That's fucking.
But I think that's just
they should
genius
switch. Yeah,
idea.
they should
I
switch
think
that
that's
shit
just
around, bro.
being used to Texas. It's just like you just expect it to be like warm or hot all the time. So like when the cold hits, it feels colder than it
Yeah.
actually is.
Yeah, because people I know back in the Midwest, I mean, they're like posting pictures while we're like out here like 100-degree nights and shit. They're like by the fire with
Yeah.
like denim
They're
jackets
fucking
in the evening,
ice
you know?
fishing on the
Yeah.
Great Lakes and shit. And I'm like, bro,
They have wine glasses.
I'm wearing a tank top. And that's it. I'm Daffy Ducking a tank top out here. Daffy Dankin. Fuck yeah.
You know, I've always thought that it's easier to warm up than it is to cool off.
Yeah, I think so too. And man, it just I like the summers and everything, but I think that would be great if they switch the time. You can wear your hoodie longer. You can be out in the cold longer. Plus, here in Texas, you wake up and look outside. You can't tell by looking unless there's snow on the ground if it's cold or hot.
Yeah.
I'll walk out on a sunny day and I'm like, whoo, goddamn
Yeah.
alligator bit my nipple off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. They'll never do it, but
Yeah, no, they should.
I hate like out in the summer if I have to do something outside. If I'm going to be out for a bit, I hate sweating.
Oh, dude, I sweat no matter what time of year it is when I get off stage, especially. The longer I'm on stage, the more I sweat. Even if it's a great set, I don't know why. Just the rest of the night, I'm sweaty.
Oh, I'll sweat on
can't.
stage. I guess that's just a different kind of sweat. Like the sweat you get from like the sun.
But
in the
I don't
Texas
sweat
summers.
like while I'm on stage. It's when I get off stage. The rest of the night, no matter what, I'll be
Before
sitting there.
or
I'm just
after?
sweating. Yeah, it's just after, not before or anything. But yeah, also too being out in the heat. Fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of like sweating. You know?
I don't camp. I sit in the AC.
It's a miserable way of sweating.
Yeah.
I know that's what we're talking about now. Sweating.
Yeah. Where's the worst place you sweat?
Well, I'm sure it only takes one guess.
Lower back.
Lower back.
hate
You-
sweating in the lower
You got
back.
that glistening tramp stamp back there.
It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen.
He's got a small of his back, but it looks like fucking mirrors.
It's because it gets my pants like all moist at the hip.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I mean, it's annoying, but I'll tell you what, man. I sweat like a son of a bitch from my forehead, man. And I
Yeah.
From my forehead,
I
just
hate it.
pouring like I'm under a lamp. I hate when that sweat runs off the back of my head and down my shirt, and like it gets you right in the crack. It's whoo, you like kind of pop up a little.
It's a little wake
pop your
up.
chest out.
Yeah, it's
That's
a little
the part I
wake
like
up during the
about
day.
I don't like it's. I feel invaded, but it's that thigh sweat that fucking chafes you up like a racehorse.
How about this? Would you rather always have BO and not know it, or always smell BO on everyone else?
The first
Ooh,
one.
yeah, first one.
If I can't smell it, I don't give a fuck. But
Right there.
Everyone's like, he's
because I smell it on my roommate.
Some people have BO and they don't know they have BO.
Like I'm gonna.
Well, I notice most people that have BO don't recognize that they have it, or don't care to recognize
Oh, they recognize when I tell them, like, hey, bro, it's time to shower, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell people straight up, because, I mean, I'll go a day or two without showering, but, like, if I can smell myself, I check all the time. I mean, some days I'm just laying here like I'm in cryogenic frozen state, so I don't need to shower.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I can smell somebody, I'll just be like, hey, man, this is me being a friend, but you stink.
I'm a
Take care of it.
constant. I'd say that's probably the weirdest thing about me is I'm a constant bather.
Yeah.
Bathing?
Yeah, we're talking like
So we've got like all ends here now. You're every now and again. You're a constant.
I'm a
and I'm
constant.
hardly. I have a ecosystem to like take care of that like
Yeah.
depends
He doesn't
on me.
smell.
He's got
you know?
a defense.
He doesn't
Well, that's
smell.
not that's not
I know.
BO. That's a defense system to fight off other large men at buffets. Not diseases. It's bringing those in. It's filth.
My bacteria definitely protects me. You know, it keeps me ready and
It
prepared.
sounds like you have
This motherfucker.
Stockholm syndrome from your bacteria.
this motherfucker's got COVID, doesn't he? Like,
I could have had it. Have it. I don't
Jason's
know. Who
been dead
knows?
for 7 months. We just haven't told him yet.
I haven't tasted anything for like 3 days. I can't smell anything. But I mean, that's normal. You know. And
all right, cool. Well, this will be like my last
mask.
almost televised
Don't
appearance.
worry.
somewhere.
His disease can't fuck with your disease. You're fine.
No, my problem's not going to be able for you to bring it home to somebody.
No,
That's my
I
thing,
bathe like more than 6 times
Now,
a week.
you said that.
Like,
Are you bathing? That's not every day, so that's not constant. Caught you on a lie. But anyways, are you bathing or
Busted.
showering?
showering and it's a little bit of both sometimes.
You got
You
like,
like
a
a bath?
garden
You like to
tub
run a
in your
bath
in your
sometimes?
If
apartment?
I don't feel if I've been on my feet a lot, I'll bathe, but mostly in the shower. Yeah, in the shower.
Okay.
Do you
it's
have?
just this kink where I constantly feel like, not even with COVID, just before this, it was just always like, oh, I'm sweaty, or oh, I smell like I'd smell something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
I'll say
It's like a cleanly, like I'm not afraid of germs or anything. I just shower all the time.
I
know what I
don't
mean?
I like to decompress in the shower because I got one of those old man stools that's built into the shower. It's like there's a
fuck shower.
corner
I need to
thing.
give me one
Yeah.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not for a guy my size. They built it for Danzy size. But
It's
do
still
you,
a fuck shower.
Do you have a garden tub or like a big tub, or do you have the regular apartment
I got
tub?
a regular apartment tub.
Man, if I had a garden tub in my house, like
yeah.
one of those big ones.
You have a cigar.
Well, to me, that is a garden
Oh
tub.
yeah.
To me, it's like regular apartment tub. That is
Well, for
my
you,
garden.
it is a
Yeah,
garden
For me,
tub.
it's just like I'm in paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a foot bath.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, like
You just sit on the floor like you're a fucking kid at the fucking pool, like sitting there while your parents wash off and
You
shit.
got a little stringy straw and shit.
Dude, one of my exes had one of those in our master bedroom. She had a townhome and she had a big garden tub. Dude, I'd roll me up a blunt. I'd sit there, put my phone on there, and
yeah.
eventually I end up getting a small TV and like hanging it.
You
But
have to.
put the phone there, right there. Got a bowl of popcorn. I'm sitting there watching a movie,
She's
smoking
feeding
a
you
blunt.
grapes and shit.
Yeah, she's feeding me grapes from
We got
between.
Nino Brown fucking living
Hell
here.
yeah, she's popping them out of her butt cheeks right into my mouth, dude. She was fucking talking about.
Townhound gangsta right here.
She was like, what was it, Ben Affleck when he played Daredevil, like Colin Farrell, and he's like, I never miss. Yeah, she never missed, dude.
Well, that doesn't sound very clean.
We busting grapes. Yeah, I'm in the bath. How could it be dirty, bro?
How about this one? Would you rather spend a year at war or a year in prison?
Year at war, dude. My mind. I'll give them a scheme and let them run it out while I'm raiding the kitchen.
You can die.
Yeah, I could die in prison too. It's
true.
But the thing is, they'll rape me first in prison.
You probably won't get raped in war,
Probably not.
Unless the enemy is that fucked up. Let's just
which could
it could
happen.
it's a possibility.
Could.
Yeah.
So it's the possibility of rape versus
But I take
actual
the
prison
war
rape.
because this is America, and there's a chance we could burn those bastards to bits next week. And then if I picked prison, I still got 51 more weeks of that shit.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm having a tough time deciding.
Plus, dude, me and you did that. Me and Jason and his son went and did one of those haunted houses, but it's where they give you an airsoft rifle, and it feels like you're firing it, and there's zombies coming at you. Dude, to like have to do that to rightfully so for your country, you have to go over and kill some people
Or me
I'm
against
not
you type
saying-
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Just something about that.
I do war. That's what I choose.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I guess I'm doing war because it'd be honorable.
Yeah.
But I'm hiding the whole time. Like I'm there, but I'm hiding
Oh,
the
I'm
whole
scheming,
time.
dude. I'm coming
Give
up with
me
schemes.
enough
I'm like,
credit-
yo.
Give
Yeah.
me enough credit for being there. Don't look down on me or shame me for hiding.
I'd want to try to be a hero, but heroes get killed.
Heroes
So,
do get killed.
yeah.
Even in
Yeah.
Endgame. You know what I mean? Like some of them got
be like
killed.
He doesn't watch the MCU. He hates
He
them.
doesn't?
No.
What?
Yeah.
You hate him?
I
Yeah.
don't like them.
Wha-
Yeah.
That's a subject for another podcast. I will
Yeah,
not be
we're
the
not
one.
gonna-
I
that's
will
a
not be the
whole-
one.
I get frustrated too
We were
because I
bonding
like
over
him.
the office. Off.
If you want to invite somebody to talk about that doesn't like it, I'm happy to put my
he'll
opinions
talk
out
wrestling
there.
with
Just
you
so
until
know.
you're tired of it.
man.
No, I can talk about why I don't like MCU a whole bunch
Eh.
also. But okay.
Go ahead.
Not now. Not here and not now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the open fight podcast.
I used to wrestle. And kickbox.
I'm very mischievous.
I have a knife.
I have that Home Alone style of fighting where I've set up little traps before we start.
So like when I try to hit you, a paint can's gonna come out of nowhere and hit me in the face.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Scheming, dude.
Scheming.
Let your mind do the
some
work.
marbles in your pocket. Just throw them on the floor real
Oh,
quick.
dude, some hot marbles and a thermal glove. I can just dump them out behind me.
You got a spider on your arm right now, buddy.
Watch out for those spider bites.
Yeah.
How about this here? Would you rather have a third nipple or a third ball?
Third nipple. I'm old man now. I got long balls. I'm already sitting on 2. If I got a third one, I'd probably just kill myself.
Mikey and I have agreed on everything. So just for the sake of that, I'll go third ball because, like, I guess that'd be impressive.
That's along the lines I was thinking. I was going to choose third ball too because like third nipple is kind of gross. People talk shit about a third nipple. They're like, ew, look at that fucking shit. You know, but like a third ball. Like, everyone wants to see a third ball. Yeah, it's a fucking freak thing, but you know what? Who else wants to see your dick as much as they want to see mine?
I'd say it's more of an icebreaker than a nipple when having a third
It's a
ball.
nice melter. You
Well,
know,
hey,
how
I'm
many
Jason.
balls
Nice
are
to
gonna
meet
be,
you.
dude?
So, you know, I have 3 balls. You want to see them?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just 2 balls with another. I didn't
But
want to
wait,
see.
you're like 7 drinks in. Now ask the question.
And he still
Pull
says
those
no.
balls out, you fucking queer. No.
Somebody around him, if he says no, is gonna be like, wait a minute.
Wait.
I want to see 3 balls.
I'll
Bro,
go
I've
to the
never-
bathroom with a stranger and look at his nuts.
Why the bathroom? You know what? I don't think it's gay. I would happily love to see somebody if they had 3 balls. Let me see it.
I think that's
Fucking whip
like
that
if
shit
that
out.
person went into a bar and said, "Who wants to like look at my 3
Me?
balls?" I think the
I
whole
do.
bar would be like, "Yeah," and even the bartender staff
I
would be
can
cool
end this
with it.
pretty simply. If you think it's hard enough now to get your wife or girlfriend to suck 2 of your balls, go ahead and add a third one in and see how soon she goes back down there.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that is a point.
You just literally added 50% more workload to her creating your load.
But at the same time, you're the most interesting person in the room, and you know that.
I don't need a
Because
third
you
ball
have
for
3
that.
I mean, I feel like it
testicles.
gives more of a handle to pull on too. It's got a little bit of more.
Well, I'm kind of into that.
Is
to
it
be
like
honest
is
with
it
you.
like one of those things you get from Brookstone where you like where you lift up one ball and it like hits the other ball back and
That's
forth?
what I'm worried about, dude. I'd be walking and be
interesting.
clacking into each other.
They would have to like hang like almost like in a triangle, like a triangular form, you know.
Yeah.
So
If they made noise, you'd be very popular at Christmas time. with the
Fucking
jingling of the bells.
put you on a ladder and hear the mistletoe. Hear the camel toe.
how about this? If you were a transformer, what would you turn into?
I'm glad he said former. I was about to say. Because I've had some weird thoughts recently, and I'd rather make the decision before I talk about it. Anyways, what was the question? I lost my mind.
If you're a transformer, what would you turn into?
And we're not stuck to the original forms of like cars or whatever. We could turn into anything.
Turn whatever you want.
Dildo.
Mine was a chainsaw dildo.
Chainsaw dildo. Wow. Dude, I have to commend you on that one. You got me. You know what a chainsaw dildo is?
It sounds, you know.
If it sounds like that, she's going to be scared.
It sounds like a dildo chainsaw, and some people are into that. A lot of people like Rob Zombie movies, so
I don't understand how it works though, because I saw this one dildo chainsaw that was, instead of dildos, it had a bunch of like tongues on it, which makes more sense because a chainsaw dildo, you're just slapping the pussy a bunch of times.
I guess it'd be more of like a jackhammer dildo, probably, because it's just there and it's like like that.
That's assault.
Yeah, they're willing participants from what I see. So,
Okay,
yeah.
well, $300 goes a long way in Fresno. That's all I'm saying.
And so, Danzy, what are you going to be? Transformer.
God, how do I follow that? I don't know. I guess I'd just be Dallas Cowboys Stadium. That's what I would be.
There you go.
I'd just be a whole stadium.
And everybody would be inside you.
Yeah, I'd never go broke. That's for sure. I'd always have money, despite what was going on the field.
I think instead of dildo though, it'd be something that flies, like a helicopter or I'd rather be like a Harrier jet, like one of those fucking
Like a spruce goose.
like a full on
Like a jet with hair on it.
No,
Oh.
It was a jet that they probably only had on Grand
It did
Theft
sound like you
Auto.
said a Harrier.
Yeah,
jet.
Harrier.
I
From,
know what you're
from
talking
San
about.
Andreas. There was that one hangar you could sneak into and steal the Harrier jet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play Red Dead. I don't know the rest. That's the thing. I play westerns, bro.
yeah. That's like an eagle you can ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A horse with wings.
What non-sexual thing feels very sexual anyway?
I got one.
This guy. I'll see you guys later.
Before,
I didn't know
This is our sex corner, right?
no, don't go anywhere. Take your jacket off.
Stay.
You told me it wasn't this kind of podcast.
Have you ever
said
been
we
in a
were
car?
filming.
Like, okay, when before COVID shut things down, and like now you don't really share a bowl with people. Like you could assume people who smoke weed don't just share the same bowl unless some dummies do. I'm sure.
Or if you like vape, you're not just handing off your shit that quick.
Yeah,
Like, here, check it out.
People still hand me their vape all the time, but the handoff when you hand a bowl to somebody and their finger grazes your finger,
That's clammy.
I'm always like, I'm picturing kissing you and I don't want to. Stop it. I don't.
Why is your hand warm and wet?
Yeah, why is your hand tantalizing? Yeah, that's one thing. Haircuts, dude.
They feel sexual.
Dude, haircuts give me.
When cleavage is in your face. Yeah.
The chick that cuts my hair might sponsor this podcast, but
What
I have
about
to
if
be
it's like an
honest.
ugly lady with cleavage that's in your face?
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
y'all
dude.
talking about just the women. You just meant in general, bro.
That's
Oh.
just for me. I ain't like you.
A haircut relaxes me. Like I could take a nap
It's
during
just too
during a
relaxing.
haircut,
Yeah.
but I also get like a very relaxed boner, and then I'm like, stop, go back down, go down. But I used to have a barber that would like straight edge the back, like when I get a fade, like the razor out and all that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I always hate it.
Wow, whoa, wee. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Sir, I'm still only giving you $5, but thank you. I think.
I always hated, since it hasn't happened to me in a long time, I always hated the most. I can't think of one like off the top of my head currently. Like other than like, I don't know, like an actress or something that's really hot and you haven't like seen her in bra and panties before. It's just like, oh, because the wife's next to me. I don't want to.
Got to keep it subtle.
You know.
Yeah.
But the one I always hated the most was like right in class. Like you're in the middle of fucking class in like 10th or 11th grade. And you're just rocking a hard one, and then
Yeah.
the bell rings or some shit like that.
That's what trapper keepers were for.
That's when I call a teacher a slut, so I don't have to get up yet.
You stay afterwards, thank you.
And maybe she'll touch it. I don't know. I never had one of those teachers, but
They're
yeah.
a dime a dozen now.
Yeah, and this is why I don't hang out at that high school anymore, Dan.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Well, that and the court.
I feel
I
like
get- oh,
I
go
feel like chiropractors, like when you go to the chiropractor, it
Dude.
has a sexual undertone.
If you have a good one, the one I was going to, I just canceled my subscription or canceled my debit card and got a new one so they can't charge me anymore.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been in like a month and they're still charging me. But
Sorry, I have a problem with my debit card.
this guy wouldn't give me no warning.
I
I'd
like your
sit
methods
down.
to things. You just won't call them and cancel.
I did call them. They're like,
okay.
you have to come in. I'm like, but I don't want to.
And then you change your card.
Yeah, I just changed my card. Fuck
okay.
'em. I had some other stuff to dispute too. So
And your credit is a what?
exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. Doesn't matter at this point. I'm more of a cash guy or a prepaid debit card kind of guy.
This is going to turn into
But-
legal advice now.
We're competing with all the other open mic podcasts right
Keep
now.
a bottle. Have you ever heard this thing? This side note. I know we're getting sidetracked, but I thought about this the other day. You ever had anybody try to tell you that, like, if you get pulled over and you're drunk driving, keep a bottle of unopened whiskey in your car. When the cop pulls you over, step out, throw your keys, let them hear you crack that bottle, and take a drink, and be like, I wasn't drinking before this, but I'm definitely drunk now. I'm like,
That sounds stupid as fuck.
not gonna work.
Now you'll get shot
Did he
before you
try?
finish that shit.
Yeah, I have 2 DUIs now. No, but the chiropractor.
Cops putting handcuffs on you, that feels like a sexual
Dude,
undertone.
it does. And I've had it happen like 30 times, dude.
I see. I wouldn't care if that happened. I was like, well, this is who you're taking home with you.
That's why I chose war
Makes me
earlier.
rough. Will you grab the top of my head when you put me in the car? Oh, thank you.
Hey, we spit on my neck.
Slam the door right on my thigh.
Smell my hair. No, but back to the chiropractor. The one I was using, reason I canceled is because every time I'd go in, he wouldn't give me a warning. I'd sit down and he'd like crack my neck. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm like, you almost killed me. Like, calm down.
You're one of those.
You almost yawed me. Because if he just
It
tells
sounds
me,
like the chiropractor was doing his job. You hear?
No, but
You're
not
not
over-
writing a 1-star review.
if
These fucking
somebody
guys.
stop for a second, if somebody just cracked your shit without warning you, you would be concerned too. Just a little.
There's
like,
a reason.
I'm gonna
You
do
go
your
to a
neck
place
now.
for that. It's a chiropractor.
You want
know.
someone to rub you. You want someone to make you feel good.
Not one happy ending ever.
I think if you knew there was a happy ending coming, you'd be more receptive to having your neck cracked right away.
Dude, I had to let him break it all the way.
Here, I'll be fucking ET. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's go to a masseuse if you
He
want
just
that
caught
kind
me
of
off guard a
treatment.
couple times, and then my neck was stiff for like a week. I'm like, you could just be like, okay, let's do this. I just need a warning. Because I didn't even know he was there. I sat down. He's like, I'll be right with you. And I thought that meant he was going to walk away. And I sat down, and he just grabbed me and did. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, he was trying to break your neck.
Exactly. Was this Metal
that's
Gear
like-
Solid?
You know that's like the most fun part about his job. It's like when he just starts cracking.
Lift that shit out. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. They
Like
see
you're
me-
lucky. I went halfway, and that's the medical procedure. All the way, you'd be dead. So yeah.
They see me and they're like, let's crack a fat guy in half and get the M&Ms out of him.
Who wants to pop some bones on a fat man?
Who wants to pop a fatty?
I got one more before moving on there.
Let's do it.
When you're riding together and your arms rub together with the other person's.
Same with the bowls, especially in the car. Yeah, when you're riding in the car and you're both using
Like
the console.
who at that point when they touch, who submits and moves? If it's my car, I'm staying there.
Oh, I
Yeah,
never moved.
that would have to be the winner.
I'm
I don't care whose car it is because I try to perfectly place mine to where we both have half because we're all equals. And I put my arm there. If you're there too, then I just start holding your hand, dude. What's up?
Ever happened to you
What's
on the
up?
road?
What's up?
That happens to you on the road? You just end up holding hands with the comic that you're.
I've held hands.
And there's
with
like a couple, there's like
57
three
comics.
jokes about it, but then it gets serious around the fifth time.
Yeah.
And you're like, this keeps going on a little bit too far every time.
You're
Yeah.
like, bro, if we're going to hold hands any longer, you got to buy the next Subway. You got to buy the next sandwich, dude.
I hope our hotel is separate rooms. Wait, we're doing comedy. It isn't.
Yeah, we're sleeping in the car holding hands for warmth.
And it's chilly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza, wings, tacos. One's got to go forever.
Pizza, wings, tacos. One has to go forever.
Ooh.
I'll just go. I'll kill myself.
You're not going to do it.
Pizza,
Has to be
wings,
all three or
tacos.
give you death.
I need tacos. Basically, my religion is tacos. I'm Mexican, so I was born in a tortilla.
Sure. But you don't eat beans either.
No, I don't. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, I mean,
It has nothing
I'm
to
just,
do.
you know, observing the facts.
Assume all Mexicans eat
Just
beans.
getting into his health.
That's-
Now we were done. We were done with the legal part. Now
That's
we're like,
cultural appropriation.
I think if we did
of
actually
my
take a
own
poll,
culture.
I think that there would be a very high percentage of Mexicans that also ate beans. Yes. I
Yeah.
think yes.
No.
That's cool. There's also a lot of Mexicans that kill people and sell drugs and are in the cartel.
That's a small percentage of Mexicans.
That's a small percentage.
what podcast
not-
am I on?
It doesn't.
Polish your swastika, Dan.
I'll go with.
Whoa! Did you know he's Jewish? That makes this better. Makes it
You
better.
couldn't tell with this unusual look I have.
I thought he was going to pull out a bigger pair of glasses over these glasses when he said that.
Someone who dresses like they think they're chosen and you don't recognize.
Well, the Woody Allen tattoo I saw on your arm earlier gave it away.
Woody Allen tattoo.
But
I'm gonna go with wings because I eat them the less than
Yeah.
I do pizza and tacos.
yeah, pizza's so convenient and easy. I love.
It really
I
is.
love wings though too.
One's got to go forever.
I don't know.
Can I go with? Can I tell you what's I think why I think you should go with wings?
Sure.
Because
Plead the case.
statistically, you've had pizza and tacos more. You know, statistically, you have.
I've had a lot of wings.
Going out to
Are
wings.
you going
though,
off of BMI, his body mass
Yeah.
index, or
No, BMI stat?
no. But what I'm saying is,
Check my bicep.
before COVID, did you ever order wings for delivery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Look
then
at
never
me,
mind.
dude.
Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
I'm thinking about
Oh,
ordering
yeah.
wings right. I'm about to DoorDash some wings so they're here by the time we're done recording, dude.
I didn't know that.
I am a huge
just-
wing fanatic. I've
Really?
loved them ever since they came out in Buffalo.
I
Yeah.
thought they was statistically.
Yeah,
that
when they
we all
invented them
get-
in upstate New York,
Pizza's off that list for me.
pizza.
Really?
Gone. I've eaten so much pizza at this point.
I think I would.
That is a good
Most
point.
pizzas disappoint me at this point. Now I'm I scrutinize.
Ooh, have you had
all
Mr.
the pizzas.
Jim's?
Yeah, I've had Mr. Plenty
Yeah,
of Mr.
okay.
I'm not looking for pizza
and I love
to-
them. They're very
Yeah,
good.
I love
They are
Mr.
good.
I don't
as
want
well.
pizza to uplift me. I don't care. It's there as a convenience. Pizza's just a thing. But
I always feel bad after I eat pizza.
I think I'd get rid of
Yeah.
wings.
Shit or puke, one or the other.
That's a good idea.
Well,
That's
you're
a good
supposed
point.
to shit. It's the process the food goes through into your body. But I was gonna say I'd probably get rid of wings because I could just have chicken strips and dip them in sauces.
That is true.
I hate you
Loophole.
guys.
I like boneless wings.
Yeah,
I do like
I like them
boneless
both.
They're not wings.
I like both.
They're nuggets.
Okay,
nuggets
then
or strips.
We'll say wings.
Yeah.
And I'll just have chicken nuggets
Just-
tossed.
Let
and
me feel
sauced.
like I belong, so I
Right.
could just say boneless wings.
You
Why
found-
can't y'all just give that to us as nugget eaters? Why can't
You spineless little. No, I'm
let
just
us
kidding.
have boneless wings? Just let us have that term, okay? That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you just can't have them from Friday sundown till Saturday sundown
That's fine.
or anything.
Oh, we look on time.
Let's move on to the open mic. Do you have the wheel over there?
Do.
So
Okay,
you'll go
explain.
first, Dan. I am. Stop interrupting, and I will. You're going to spin first. Give it a good hard spin, and whatever it lands on, we'll all just riff on it. So do it. Give it a. That's a.
stronger.
Yeah. There we go.
Him or her?
I don't. What is
How
that?
ironic. Him or her?
What is that?
Hot button stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, I hate the
Why
term
did
hot
I
button.
have to land on that?
I like the hot button shtick. Is this the kicker?
I
Let me
want.
send this over your way.
Yeah.
So here's
See,
my.
that was a weird sexual exchange.
It was a little bit.
Don't put it next to me. I don't want people knowing I hit. I rolled this.
So here's just my question,
don't worry,
and
I'm
we
actually
we
gonna
can
crop
go
you up.
from here in a different direction. But like, so if you come out and say that I am non-binary, okay, if you say you're non-binary, and then you change your name to a man's name because you're a woman to begin with, and then now you're non-binary, but you change your name to a man's name, like, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose just a little bit of being non-binary? I mean,
I'm glad you brought this up because my opinion on this whole subject is I don't care. You can tell me you're a chicken
I don't
nugget.
care,
It
but
doesn't
when
matter.
it becomes spotlighted in my face all over social media and in the news and everything, I think it entitles me to have an opinion. And this is a fair question, I believe, because I don't know a whole lot. I'm learning as much as the next guy just randomly that you
or
read.
girl or chicken nugget
Or it, or whatever, the being.
can of spray paint, whatever you want to be. I don't.
But just, I mean, if you're like, if I was to wake up tomorrow and decide that, I want to be non-binary, but you guys should start calling me like fucking Margaret or something like that. I mean, like, doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Margaret doesn't look good on you, though.
Doesn't it defeat
No,
the
because I
purpose?
could call you Mags or Maggie. I
You think Max or Maggie might go?
Yeah. But you're Margaret on paper. But I mean, honestly, I don't know.
I'd go with like a Susan.
I was supposed to be a Jennifer Rebecca, is what it was going to be.
I can
Jenny.
see that too. Yeah.
Jenny.
Jenny. Just go by Jenny.
Most Jennies I know were hoes. Yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
sister's name was Jennifer. We never called
She
her
was
Jenny
one of
though.
she wasn't so there. She doesn't count in the hoe.
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, she wasn't a hoe.
No.
Instead of Jenny from the
She
block,
tried.
you'd be Jenny with the cock. That's what
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
Jenny with the cock.
Jenny from On the Cock.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I mean, what's the question? Like, what do you?
No, it doesn't it defeat the purpose if you're claiming to be non-binary, but then you change your name to a name of the opposite gender?
I mean,
A little bit or no?
that's all the
Not
basis.
really. I
on-
mean, I don't. Name yourself whatever. Call yourself whatever. I just don't rub it in my face all the time. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
that's
was-
just my personal opinion.
This was
Yeah,
more of
yeah.
an innocent observation and question about it, and that's why it's a hot button issue, and I don't want to get too insensitive about it. But
I think it's about. I think it just depends on how an individual person that's not doing that. So, like, someone changes their name to a man's name. The individual person has to take that information, and I think what happens is too many people put in gender on a name. I think that's
I
what
agree.
happens.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, I do.
So, like, because you meet a dude named Ashley sometimes. Some
Kelly.
people, Kelly,
Tracy.
yeah. And we were a generation that grew up, fucking making fun of those kids, like,
Yeah.
with those names. So then people,
when it was okay to call him a bundle of sticks. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it should still be, but
no, but
Well, I had a friend,
But that's-
Kelly and Tracy, and I'd be like, I'm going out with Kelly and Tracy, mom. She'd be like, what? You better wear a rubber. I'm like, they're men. They're guys.
and
just so
I'm
you know.
13,
Yeah.
bitch. I can't afford condoms. Buy me some.
so it really just all depends on how you hold names. Like, fucking, do you really care what? Like, some people just call their dog Gidgy or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really. It's
Yeah.
a name is a name. And
I think I was definitely more so just picking apart the very literal aspect of
Yeah.
a very small piece of it. But I just thought that just seemed like it was counterproductive. I mean, like,
Well, it's kind of like the situation.
well, if you're gonna be non-binary, why don't you do a genderless name? Is like the direction that I'm
There's
going
not
to.
there's not a lot of options for genderless names.
You
though.
can create a
and,
name.
and like you said, I think
Savage.
I don't think
Rush,
you have
Savage.
to.
Blue,
I think we do
Ty,
put a lot of
fucking-
stock into genderizing names. It's kind of like, I think you and I talked about this on another episode about like how what was the situation? It
My
was like
opinion's changed since
it was
then.
like someone that we knew. No, it was someone that we knew.
Lots has happened.
Stop interrupting me. You're fucking up my
He really
train of
doesn't like
thought.
that.
No, because it fucks up my train of thought.
So what were you saying? Please.
It's like that situation where we knew somebody who was transgendered and was a woman, and now she's a he, she's a guy. That's what she goes by.
Brandy to Brandon.
And
To Brian.
Yeah, no, it wasn't something
Brandy
like
to
not
Brian.
even close to either one. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, go ahead and dox her. It's fine.
Fuck
but
her. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, her girlfriend who like was a woman, stayed a woman, whatever, all that, but was still with, like, you were in a lesbian relationship and now you're straight. Like, there's no lines there. Like, I can see how that's contradicted, but I guess she was in love with the person.
Yeah, definitely.
Not the gender?
Because she was technically a lesbian. They were lesbians together, and then she became a man, and so now apparently it looks like the facade of a regular hetero relationship. But I think they still fall under the Q. They fall under the T or the Q. So I think
that's number sign or ampersand.
They can still rock the rainbow because it's LGBTQ.
There's like a couple more things after Q too, but I can't remember.
I think it's in that category. It's in that category.
I mean, I don't know. It's
Earth is crazy.
what is the point of going non-binary? Like, what is the point of saying I'm neither one of those two things? I'm not making fun
You
of those
don't
people.
identify as a man or a woman.
I get that, but what is to gain from that? Like, why would, like, I'm just wondering. I don't know because I don't know anybody.
Same as I was doing, just asking an innocent question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why? Like, that's what I'm asking.
I don't know any of the answers.
I think it just has to do with, you're not in that person's brain. Like, we're all different. And the way that society has evolved, I mean, if you look at it, there's just more things about the human brain that are coming out that we don't know. Because, like, back in the day, like, when people questioned homosexuality, they didn't understand it. And now we're able to determine that through the brain,
It's mental illness. Yeah.
No, hold on, no. It's estrogen and freaking testosterone balances and, different
My bad.
wirings. It's different wirings of the brain. We all have different wirings of the brain.
This is why Jason doesn't do stand-up comedy.
That was just-
can't get canceled if you're not trying to do it.
Chill out, Jason. But no, that's just what I think. And then over time,
I thought that's where we were going in the direction of. Sorry.
no.
That wasn't my opinion.
I'm just saying humans, like, we're figuring out different parts of the brain and different how the brain's working. We all have different wirings. It's just like I like the color red, you like the color blue. It's just
I like red.
well, but what I'm saying, where I have gray
Adamantly.
hair, you have brown hair, it's just another different thing. Like, that's how I see it.
I think
Now, whether it should be shoved in my face or not, would I prefer if it wasn't on my Facebook news feed like all the time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's the world going on around me. You know what I mean?
this will be kind of harsh, but this is a comedy show at the root, so I have
really
to
like
say
this
this.
discussion.
I have to say this, but there's two reasons for people like changing genders or whatever, which I don't care. Like, you wake up tomorrow and you say, "Hey, I'm actually a pickup truck now." I'm like, I don't care. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care either
That's
way.
not possible.
You're the same to me. Yes, it is. But I know you're not. But I mean, if that's what you want to call yourself and it makes you happy, what do I care?
Yeah.
But there's two reasons for all this. Like, there's so many options. There's two reasons we're at this. Too much freedom and the dollar menu. You can get a burger for $1. You know how much work it goes into raising an animal and killing it and then serving it up and making it taste good?
Yeah.
You think $1 gets you a quality burger? There's too much freedom.
Make it at least $2.75.
Well, a
That's-
good burger ain't cheap, and a cheap burger ain't good.
Exactly. And number two, the real reason for all this, we're all retarded now. And I know we're not supposed to use that word, but we are, all of us.
I think that goes back to what I had just said, mental illness. Everyone has it to a degree.
But I this is a joke. I'm just playing. You were serious and scared. But
Look at me, actually.
But let
Look
me
at
finish this.
Jason.
Let me
I'm
finish this
completely
thought.
sane.
We're all equally retarded, and I know how we got here. It's the milk. We try to make boobs bigger faster, and instead we all just got dumber.
That's an interesting theory.
It's the milk, the hormones. I'm not like objectively just looking at things.
You know, we actually are the only species that drinks milk that's not from our species.
Yeah, I've heard that, but like, think about this, like from back in the 50s to generations now, like each generation, girls get hotter faster, and I'm not into young girls or anything like that, but they just develop.
Whoa, this is
No, don't interrupt.
like-
Don't interrupt because it's gonna fuck up the point. And I'm gonna sound like a fucking pervert. Let me just finish this. I'm just saying that women and girls mature faster. Like in the 50s, chicks were like 24 before they got boobs. The next generation, they're like 18. It's not my fault it's dropping. I'm not saying I'm into it. I'm just saying that's what it seems
It's
like
the
the milk
hormones
has
in the
done to
chicken.
us.
It's the hormones in the
in
chicken.
the chicken and the milk.
The milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The milk.
Milk.
We're drinking milk now. There's no more milk left on the planet. It's all
Warm
milk.
Milk.
Yeah.
I think it's just the evolution of technology that's made us all, you know.
Yeah. You can say whatever. I decided to scrap this episode when I started talking. I was like, I'm just going to throw this away.
No, this episode's
Yeah,
what
we
are you
had,
talking
I'm
about?
going to
we
charge
had,
your wives $25 more each.
No, I think the quick evolvement in technology has kind of made us all how we are. Has definitely had an influence.
Impulsive. Everybody's impulsive.
Impulsive, yeah.
Impulsive. I have tattoos that impulsively I got, and now I regret them.
Well,
It's just life.
shock makes you
life.
stand out. Shock is definitely the fastest way to stand out, whether it's positive or negative. Shock. You just shock people with however you look,
Yeah.
whatever you appear to be, whatever you appear to
And
be.
I mean, just to put this out there as like a disclaimer for me specifically, like I literally, when I say I don't care about these things, it's not because I don't want to talk about it. I literally don't care. Like I've everything I've ever believed in my life. I grew up in a small country town, which was everybody was homophobic and racist and all that stuff. And a lot of like even like my older uncles are old school or homophobic and racist. Same thing. And like everything that they've ever told me, and I'm supposed to believe, something has come along to like change my mind and open my eyes to what's really like the world is. And honestly, I don't care about any of it. I just care. I want to advance myself, have fun, spend time with my friends and family. Fuck all the rest. Okay, you're a Bluetooth speaker now? That's cool, man. How do I log into you? I don't care. I don't care about any of that stuff. You're gay, or I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, you're gay, straight, or purple. Because if you're purple, I do care. That's
You eat people.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
You know?
Stay the fuck away from me.
And if you're green, you're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's
Or the
wrong with
Hulk.
you.
And if you're
doesn't watch
blue,
Marvel.
you're gonna die. Yeah.
If you're blue, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So
You
says the
drown.
saying.
I'm green. No, is it blue?
Blue, if I was green, I would die.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I fucked that up. That would have been a better joke. Oh, well, guess we'll spin it. Any more trans talk?
No, we're good.
I thought we had a really good discussion.
How about you land
No, I
on him or
thought
her
so, too.
again, and let's continue.
Okay. And see, like, I have, like, trans people in my family. I know trans people. I don't care. They're
We're
just...
not continue. He's the one continuing.
Yeah.
There.
Free reign.
Free reign.
He's like, let's do him or her some more. No.
Okay, back on trans.
All right. It's what I want to talk about. So, No, I'm just I think for free reign, I will just do a newer joke or something. I'll pitch a joke at you guys
Nice.
if you have any notes.
So
let
we'll
me
kind of
know.
like,
Yeah.
multitask here. We'll do a workshop at the same time.
So I'm banging this tranny and
I like it already.
Jason's like, no. I don't know. I thought I had something.
We
I
don't
didn't,
like
but-
being called tranny, Mike.
I know it was
I'm fucking with you.
it's satire. I know they're transformers. I think that's a way better name than transgender.
I don't
'cause-
think I'm the worst appearing looking person on this.
Oh, I'm gonna
episode
edit this
tonight,
part out
so.
and I'll leave yours in.
Right.
So yeah, no, I fix it. But okay, here's one. I might have told this story on here before, but I'm trying to do it as a joke now. Went to the grocery store, have a mask on. You have to, right? It was really high, so I put a cough drop on my mouth because my mouth was dry. And I go in the grocery store. I didn't think about it. I've never done that before. When I first got in, I saw these two girls and they were really cute. I could tell they were roommates or shopping together. I imagine them having like a pillow fight, and people were like, "Hey, can you move out of the entrance?" I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry." And then I'm walking with my cart, and I like bump into them. Like we like reach for one of the same things, like carrots or some shit, or chocolate. It's more realistic, but I run into them again somewhere else, and like the menthol from the cough drop is shooting straight into my eyes now because the mask is pushing the air there. And now I'm like starting to cry a little bit. I noticed they kind of just like double looked at me and moved away kind of fast. And then I ran into him again, and this cough drop has got my eyes red, and I'm just pouring, just like I'm crying. And she like runs away from me, like makes a scene and runs away. I'm like, bitch, it's not you. I just can't find the pickles. Yeah.
Like she's trying to think you're trying to show her the pickles.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get my own pickles, not give you one. That's a real story that happened to me. I was walking around Winco and I had to like find a trash can.
This was Winco. This wasn't the mall or anything. It sounds like it happened in a mall.
It was in her kitchen. No, I'm just
I guess it is even creepier in the grocery store because that's almost like catching them on their home ground, like off guard. They're like, "How dare you? This is the store I shop at."
It's where I shop too,
This
bitch.
is
Look
where
at me.
I get vegetables.
Look at me. I belong here more than you do.
If they ever see you in there again, they're gonna leave.
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
You should just pop another cough drop. Do the same thing again.
Hey, have you seen the tortillas? Help me find some chicken patties.
What do you think of this bacon?
This is where we get boxed wine.
Yeah. So that's for rent. You want to give us a spin here, Jason?
Yeah.
We got a time for one more quick spin, then we got to move on.
Gonna get it rolling.
Did y'all make this spinner, by the way?
Nah, Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I want to get a really big one. Jesus Christ.
What'd that say?
Him or her?
Free
Part
reign.
two.
Free reign.
Stop matching both of our energies.
Worst or best gigs?
Ooh.
How about for you guys? Worst or best gigs?
Ooh.
They're
This
all
is
bad.
now my worst gig now.
Yeah. They're all bad. I've never had a good one. No, I've had good ones.
Okay, go ahead. If you want, do you want to go first?
I'm trying to think of what stories I told. I told the story about the.
I remember a gig of yours that really sucked.
Which one?
It was when we were in Chicago when you were kind of brand new, and it was in Lincoln Park, and they made us wait there all night long, like till like almost 1 a.m. And the drinks they're pouring them stiff, but they were pretty pricey, and they were getting our money. And
Jason was also like, "You're 6 months into comedy. You should be up there
But
first."
you were going through that at 6 months, so I respect you for that.
For what?
For that hustle, that drive.
like persevering.
Oh yeah,
through.
it was like a
Through that just
vacation
to
for
do
me
an
and
open mic.
Jason. I made him say, "I was like, I don't care. You can get drunk
Yeah,
here."
you kind of
I was
ruined
like, "I
it.
want to do this."
It was raining and they had alcohol, so I was like, "Fuck it."
Oh,
let's
So we
go.
couldn't
yeah,
walk the
okay.
streets anyways, but it was just like that end of October where it's starting to get cold. But yeah, I remember that. I thought it was good.
Did it go well?
I thought it did. I guess
No,
not.
like getting up there went fine because people laughed and stuff, but it was just like the experience definitely sucked. And then
Yeah.
there was a lot of real pompous people there. You could tell there was real like a real self fart sniffing kind of a group there. You know?
It was they can their own farts because they're improv people. It's Chicago. It's an improv town, baby.
Yeah.
But
This is
yeah.
why we're here.
No, Danzy, they were doing like some of them were in costumes doing this like open mic, but these assholes definitely were doing like 10 minutes each, and they like do improv on the weekends, but during the week they had just a regular open mic.
Yeah.
And of course they're just putting on their friends, and I just bugged them enough to get a spot. But this one guy, do you remember the vampire?
Oh, yeah,
the guy
with the
wearing the
cape.
cape. He's running up and down the aisles, like handing out candy and like saying corny jokes. I don't
And it
remember what he was
wasn't
saying.
even, it wasn't even Halloween yet.
Yeah.
It was October, but it wasn't Halloween yet.
Yeah.
This was like August 1st.
No, it was like October 7th, 15th.
Yeah, it was like
something
beginning of October, October 10th maybe, but he was just being creepy. Like, well, during his time, he was like leaning over people and like trying to give you candy, and I was like, "Get the fuck off me, man!
Yeah.
Get out of here! Can I just go? Can I go now? Can I go? Please, can I go?"
And it seemed like the whole clique like knew each other, and like all the women there, if we had any chance of trying to talk to any women, they were like already like majorly occupied with like.
Well, they were there for
everyone.
improv teachers, so they
Yeah.
wanted to talk about the dichotomy of a King Kong scene, which I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that fucking means.
And if you did, you would have got some pussy.
Yeah, probably, dude. Probably. Set a match with a very large Chicago Midwestern woman, and she was too scared to
you
meet
went when
up.
you left for a little bit, huh?
Oh yeah, I did. I met up with her. We had a pizza puff and then made out for a little bit in the alley. Dude,
What's a pizza puff? You guys mash it together while you're fucking her from behind?
yeah. I was so broke on that trip. I had no money.
You can eat while you're fucking her.
I don't need a third ball to be the most interesting guy you know.
Good callback there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that was your worst one. That's your worst one?
That's not what it was.
He
You know
thought
how
it
it
pretty
is.
good, remember?
Yeah, no, it sounded fine.
It actually was pretty fun.
Yeah, it sounded fun. Not to him, but it sounded fun.
I
I
figured.
was drunk. I was drinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were bringing it up as the worst one.
Well, it was like annoying to
For
sit
him.
there and wait.
Because he's not a comic, he doesn't know
I
how
just
much
did all the
time we
waiting.
waste being
I
at
just sat
like
there.
shows and mics
You're a
sitting
good
around.
friend.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
friend, right?
he complained the whole time.
Oh, well, I mean, I imagine.
But
Yeah.
I will still go down there in the trenches with you, but I will let you know that I'm not happy about it.
And then we rushed over to some. Do you remember what we did after? Before I met up with the fat chick, we rushed over to this. We were looking for a bar, and it like stopped raining.
Yeah.
And there was nowhere to park. We ended up walking to like this all black blues bar,
Oh, nice.
and it was actually pretty cool. The live music was just ending, which upset me because what I heard sounded
was
cool.
funky.
I was drunk enough. I was like,
Make it
"That's
funky,
cool."
y'all.
Yeah, it's funky motherfuckers in the city, bitch. No, but yeah, I remember that. I thought that was cool. Like that was one of my
And then it
cherished
died down and
memories.
the bar sucked.
Yeah.
After the music stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to say my worst one was outside of Beaumont where I started because I had a literal like bottle thrown at me.
Oh, shit.
I was, well, okay, so it was like out in Orange or Port Neches something. But we started in Beaumont at a comedy club, and these would be the places we'd go for shows and shit. So we get there. Have you ever seen that hall in Blues Brothers where they go and they have to perform bluegrass and shit? Or not bluegrass, but like country or something like that.
I mean, is it McCormick Place or is it
It's
at a
got
bar?
that chicken wire fence around the stage.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
Like not Victory Park, but
Like if you
Grant Park.
like a
Grant Park out
saloon
there.
almost. Like
Yeah.
it's a saloon.
They have like the Taste of Chicago and the Fest and all that stuff there, and that at the
Where are
end.
you talking about?
I was talking about this like little bar in like Port Neches with chicken wire fence.
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about on the Blues Brother movie or something like that.
No. Like it was anyway.
Yeah.
It was like that.
For the description's sake. And I'm like 4 jokes in, and I used to do a really, really insanely dark joke that someone took offense to. You know what? I'll tell it, but it's outdated. So like, I was really young. I was like 18, and so like my humor was really dark, and I just went with this because it was funny to me. Now I wouldn't tell it. Tony Dungy had lost one of his 6 kids. To
I remember
suicide.
this.
You remember this joke? Have you heard me tell
Because
this?
this kid lived in like Tampa when we lived. He lived like outside Tampa.
Oh,
and we
okay.
lived
So
there
you remember that
when
happening.
That
he,
actually happened while we lived there.
yeah.
Yeah. So at the time, the Indianapolis Colts were like undefeated. So I used to go up and be like, "Give it up for the Colts! Give it up! Give it up!" Yeah, Tony Dungy lost one of his 6 kids to suicide. Yeah. So Colts 13-0. Makes me wonder, but Tony's kid committing suicide, doesn't that make him 5-1 at parenting? And that would like Beaumont would fucking laugh at that. I was in the set, and someone was a fucking Tony Dungy
That can
fan.
get very offensive.
I see this beer bottle just like in slow motion, just stage right.
Did it hit you?
No, the little pieces broke on the. That's why the chicken wire's fence there.
Well, plus you're really short. They couldn't throw that low. They would hit
you.
someone else in the crowd.
No, I did have to avoid
Science.
a little bit of glass.
Yeah,
and
like
I
a
got
little cut in his cheek.
I got a little cut right there. Not a deep cut.
Dude,
where
it's
I
too
need
bad I didn't leave a
stitches.
scar because then you could be like a comedy villain or like a
I'm never telling
comedy
Tony Dungy
superhero.
jokes again.
Well,
That one did not go over.
I have some of the Colts on my fantasy team, and they're not helping much.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So, kill your kids. No, don't do that.
What?
See, I'm not the worst appearing person
that's
here
okay.
tonight. It's fine.
If I set the precedent now, I can't get canceled later, right? They are
Oh,
already
there's no
know I'm
such
scumbag.
thing. There's no such thing as canceled
No, I
anymore.
know.
You know?
It's just a media boost.
This guy can't be on television. It's okay. We have other platforms. That
Yeah.
person will be fine, except Kevin Spacey. Everybody else will be. Everybody else is going to be okay. Because as long as there are these like people that fuck up and do something you don't agree with, there are going to be people that want to meet them because they're a celebrity anyway. So they're always going to have their own little following and whatever. People listening to them.
They'll have a card table and some T-shirts and sign a signature, or they'll be on the big side of it,
Yeah.
or somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I
Nothing
zoned,
I
fucking
never feel bad
matters.
for celebrities.
I gotta be honest. I zoned out the last 5 minutes, but we're actually gonna move on. We're running out of time. We do have time for a quick story, so it's time to do a crime.
Story.
What?
Yeah,
What? How do we? Okay.
Yeah, all right.
get your smaller glasses out. Have you put on a pair that was just like this big?
You want to do the reading? You can do the reading.
It's time for crime stories, bitch. 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 time for crime stories, bitch.
All right, so Georgia man is charged with having sex with a dead woman in public who had been deceased for some time.
I thought it was just going to be like, I don't know, thieving squirrels. Squirrels that do cat
We're past
burglary.
that. We're past domestic assault. We're into some
All right,
little bit of murder, and now we're into some fucking
so,
dead people.
So a guy had sex with a dead woman outside.
I heard, yeah.
It was so it's Tuesday in Georgia? Tuesday? Okay, cool.
It's just, you wonder at first, now, were they, like, was she dead when she first got there? I mean...
Or did he fuck her to death?
Love how the first story is like this SVU crime.
Semen was found under the fingernails, which makes us believe it was the worst hand job ever.
Some crimes are the most heinous.
She was squeezing you too hard.
Jesus.
All right, so a man has been arrested and charged for allegedly having sex with a dead woman outside a homeless shelter in Georgia.
Oh, come on, man.
I thought he was doing a different headline. He's reading the okay.
No,
Yeah.
Bibb County is where it happened.
Bibb County?
Bibb County.
That sounds like that type of shit
Yeah,
would
that
happen, though. If it's called
That's a Bibb County handshake.
You want to go over to Bibb County? Goddamn.
Hey, if you're going to die, go over to Bibb County.
Shit.
They'll fuck you back awake.
If
They'll
you don't know how
try.
to fuck, you can go practice fucking in Bibb County.
It's weird. They bury you, but they don't bury you.
I just had a Bibb County club sandwich. I fucked an old lady that was dead.
Yeah, we weren't ready for Grandma to pass. I think we're going to send her over to Bibb County.
Somebody was. Look at him go.
She's providing a real great service for the community here.
He's like he planned it. He's loving it. Call McDonald's.
So the cops were dispatched to the 100 block of Walnut Street Sunday morning. This was actually in May of this year, so this happened just
Oh, so he
recently.
did it in that Georgia heat? Dude, so
it was hot as
sweaty.
COVID driving people crazy.
Yeah.
Flies. What was that one video where he's like, the fuck was that? Puh.
This man clearly thought COVID was a hoax if he was willing to go out and do this in
What
May.
if you're homeless? I mean,
Oh,
they're homeless. It's outside a homeless shelter. Who hangs outside a homeless
I
shelter?
don't like how I said, oh, like I understood. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. No, you were like, that was
Well, that
the,
makes sense.
That's
That
the white
makes
privilege.
sense.
Oh, well, that's fine then. At least nobody cared about her.
I'm less worried now. Yeah. At least they kept it contained.
Homo's got a fuck.
And they do. And they're on Google Maps. If you see some of them, they are. So Sunday morning, following reports that two people were having sex on the front steps of the homeless shelter property. Just fuck
Not even trying to hide it.
Deputies say they discovered 55-year-old Kenny Whitehead.
Kenny Whitehead.
Kenny Whitehead getting it on at 55, boy. Going for a roll.
Not like they'd ever let a character like this on television, but if there was a character like Kenny on television, that would just be his name.
Kenny Whitehead.
Kenny, oh shit, Kenny Whitehead's at it again in Bibb County.
Hide your dicks. Here comes Kenny Whitehead. I'm going to call this episode Hide Your Dicks.
Oh, you're going to Bibb County. You know that's where old Kenny Whitehead lives.
You better watch out for Kenny Whitehead when you go to Bibb County now.
Do not pick him up in your car.
And don't ask him to see his Whitehead.
Go on.
So he was having sex outside the Daybreak Resource Center with this woman.
Day ain't the only thing getting broke today. Come on, Susan. What was her name? Well, actually, you don't have to say her name.
I don't think they might mention
That's
it.
yeah.
They didn't know her name. She probably.
God, that would.
It's Jane. We'll call her Jane. It's Jane
Jane.
Doe.
Yeah.
After instructing
Thank God.
Whitehead to put his clothes on, they realized that the woman was deceased. Kenny Whitehead's got a picture.
All right.
Not what
I was expecting a
Whitehead.
cowboy. I was expecting a cowboy.
I was expecting somebody with a car without a motor in it in the backyard of the house they just got kicked out of.
When I heard there was a bum fucking a dead woman, this is immediately the picture I imagined in my head of this guy right here. Because I've driven past the YMCA and all that shit on my way to work and stuff like that before, you know, and like these are the people you see hanging out there. Like that or bag ladies, old bag ladies that made
Dude,
bad
there's
decisions.
a few that sleep on benches around here. Even earlier, I went to Kroger, and even in the grocery store, there was a bum that I could tell somebody gave him new clothes. But I saw,
you knew he still had that bumminess.
Yeah, because he had that bum step, and because he had house shoes on, and he's got like bags with him in the store, but those aren't Kroger bags. But he's got that bum step where he's dragging his feet because he knows if he picks up his foot, his he could lose that house shoe, and you got to hold on to everything you got with everything you got.
Protect your feet on these streets. Protect your feet.
Some are con artists.
Watch your steps.
When over in Dallas,
D. Bellum. They'll try to get you in that parking lots out there, man.
Yeah,
Left and right.
But if you go Expo Park, a couple of years ago when I was working over there was a homeless guy. He would have very nice clothes on, long.
He
gray,
took pride in his craft.
The old middle-aged man, combed hair, looked all clean up, and he would
Like
come.
a house in Flower Mound.
He would come and ask if he could use your phone, and he would tell you about this like bad car wreck that happened like way down the street and stuff. And
Yeah.
you had no reason not to believe him because he's wearing so. That dude took my brother's phone,
I don't believe anyone.
and fucking all of a sudden my brother's identity was stolen.
I don't
and shit
hand
like
people
that.
my phone. I don't. When people are like, can I use your phone? I'm like, no. I'm like, what's the number? I'll dial it and put it on speakerphone. They're like, let me see it. I'm like, no.
He was very convincing.
No.
Yeah. No, I'd be like, no, you can't use my phone. Sorry, it
No.
doesn't work. Yeah. Emergency service stated that this deceased woman had been deceased for some time. That was the official ruling.
Sometime.
Sometime.
Yeah, sometime.
Well,
means-
yeah. 2 seconds is sometime.
That
What
might
was
have
he
been-
charged with?
So, he was what did I say what the charge was?
I'm
He
sorry
was,
to cut you off, but I have a question.
Probably having sex with a dead person. It's just that. It's just that blunt.
I just want to know if they're charging him with murder or is he just being charged with like necrophilia?
That's a good point. They
or
could
I
pin
think
the
I think
murder
they
on
charged him with gross.
Gross.
the charge.
Ew.
The charge officially was allegedly having sex with a dead woman.
I told
having
you
sex
it'd be
with a
that
deceased
blunt.
person.
At least they know she was dead for some time and knew he couldn't fuck for that long.
Well,
Oh.
necrophilia is illegal, isn't it?
No.
No.
Yes,
not in this state.
I just assume it is the same way I assume I can't wave a gun around.
I just wonder if she was like a homeless person too, and they were just like fucking on and off on a regular for a minute, and he was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna hit it, girl," and he fucking hit it, and then
What?
she just fucking like never woke back up. So he's like, "Just you stay there and rest, baby," and he came back, and I'm gonna hit it again. And
A million possibilities could happen. He could have gave her a
In the
crack
front
rock.
of the fucking.
on the steps of the
on
fucking
the
place,
steps of the fucking. You think that happened?
Dude, he could have gave her a crack rock for some
Jump in Bibb
pussy.
County with old Kenny Whitehead.
Old Kenny Whitehead and a statement to make to the homeless center.
He could have gave her a crack rock for some pussy, and then she could have just OD'd or died. He'd be like,
true.
"Told you, soul taker. Come here, I'll rape you too, bitch."
Might as well fuck you since you're dead.
Yeah,
Pussy's still warm.
maybe he thought he was reviving her.
Maybe. My dick is very strong.
I'm gonna jumpstart this motherfucker.
I used to be in porn when I was fucking 25.
This is a perfect place to use this, but he thought he was Samuel Lips Jackson. Come here, let me kiss you, motherfucker. Mwah. Who wants to kiss a motherfucker in this motherfucker tonight? Mwah. Mark ass trick.
The official charge is actually necrophilia.
I don't think anyone's talking like this in Bibb County, Georgia. We're acting like this is like Miami or like in Bibb County, Georgia. They would just be like, "Well, shit, we probably gotta let him out."
I don't want him in there with my cousins.
I
My
don't want
cousins
him
are
in
all
there.
inside Bibb County Jail.
Why weren't you guys open? There were bums fucking on the entrance. So we decided to have breakfast for a little longer.
I wonder if there's like a posted policy now on posters, like no fucking on the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No fucking on the steps.
No dying on the steps either.
Yeah. Don't die here.
No crack on the steps neither. Don't go dying here.
Dude, can't die here neither. Can't die here. Can't die here neither.
Beds. It's just like beds don't mean consent.
Well, ooh, how do you get consent from a dead body? You know what? I don't even need to know.
That's illegal.
I don't think I'll need to know.
I love how
what
you
if they
asked
write you a
what's-
note ahead of time?
Before they die?
Yeah.
Like they're dying, you're like, oh,
My
write this note
dying
real
wish
fast.
is Kenny Whitehead.
Like, girl, I love you. Hey, listen, while you dead,
I've heard
I'm
so
gonna
many
fuck
good
your
things
body.
about
Can
Kenny
you sign
Whitehead.
this paper so I don't get in trouble?
Oh, that Kenny Whitehead.
Okay, I'll do it.
Make them sign waivers.
You already had that paper ready. I was waiting till you died, bitch.
I got a thing. You void your bowels when you die.
Oh man, we don't have to like really dig deep into this.
That was just lube. No, she probably hasn't eaten for a while.
Can't we
so.
spin the wheel again? Can't we have to?
But if she's dead, wouldn't it be dry?
Not if the poop was still slick.
I don't. Oh. That gave me an indigestion. What you just said made me think of chili.
So you guys seen Animaniacs?
I feel like a horrible
Are the new ones
person.
good?
They
I
are.
love
They are.
Animaniacs.
They are. I just
Yeah.
I saved it on Hulu, so I'm gonna
Did
watch
you?
it. Yeah.
Cool.
dead homeless woman poop is just gonna make me vomit.
Well,
No offense, anyone. but
Reminds you of
it's poop.
Animaniacs. I'm eager to watch now.
if you want to talk about maniacs, let me tell you about my friend Kenny.
Oh, Kenny Whitehead.
Where he from? Which Kenny?
Oh, Bib Kenny.
That's the one. You know it.
The Bibb County murderer. The Bibb County, what was it? Executioner.
The Big County necrophilia.
You know, they let him out.
So if you got a relative or a loved one that dies, don't be surprised if old Kenny Whitehead pops up and starts fucking.
I seen Kenny over there by a barbershop. I said, shit, I'm
Gotta
just
make
going to
that-
kill myself.
Got to make that funeral really private.
Like, where do you get a job after that? What are you?
Funeral home, hospital.
No, that'd be the last place you got a job. That'd be the last place. Probably, honestly, Walmart greeter in Bibb County.
There it is. Welcome to Walmart. I'm Kenny Whitehead.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Come on in, motherfuckers. Ah.
You're not gonna run. You're not gonna run into dead people at Walmart, but you run into some employees with dead eyes because they're getting paid so little and have no benefits. Welcome to the Walmart family.
No, you'll find dead people because Kenny's going to fuck them to death in the break room on a case of Coke Zeros, which is delicious. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But that's it. That's the show. We're a few minutes over, but we're still good on time. What's your social meds?
Follow me at Dan Danzy on Twitter, Dan Danzy Comedy on Instagram, and their Twitch channel, Red Nebula Pictures, and check out my podcast, Counting Lights Podcast, and Asphalt, both on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can listen to podcasts.
On all the shits.
On all the shits.
I'm amazed at how you just rattled that off, dude.
Bro, I've been hosting.
good.
I've been hosting my own podcast. I've been fucking getting it.
I couldn't really hear what you're saying. I just kept thinking,
Oh.
burning up these Rocket Man.
Yeah.
I love it. But thanks for coming out, dude.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having me, guys.
This was
Absolutely.
fun. You can find us, obviously, if you guys haven't already.
That was just stumble here.
At the Open Mic Podcast on stupid Instagram. Get on there, bro. That's Mike spelled like my name, Mike. What's the Twitter?
Open Mic 5000.
Open Mic 5000s. And we're going to
there's
put this out
5,000
there
people that
again.
fucking open mic.
If you guys are on Apple Podcasts, give us that 5-star review and also leave us a review. Say a comment after you like and subscribe this podcast. And then connect with us on social media. I'll send you 10 doll hairs for giving me a good review. I don't care. I'll buy it. It doesn't matter to me.
And it's not even the traditional wanting to buy a bot. It's just the fact that we just put it out there for somebody. I jokingly said they could just take my money, and nobody took me up on it.
I
You know
see
what?
some good
We did
reviews.
have 2 people that did some reviews, and they weren't part of that.
I'll
but,
do it.
You know, there was a
Not for
disclaimer.
guests.
Yeah, it's a
Damn it.
disclaimer. It's no employees or guests of the Mike podcast. Blah, blah, blah.
I didn't fill out a W form. Am I an employee in here?
We got it when
Oh,
we
dude.
scanned you in.
You don't
Oh.
even know my name. I'm the Lizard King. No, but do that. Like the first 10 people, by the way. Like if like 40 of you write me, I don't have $400
Yeah,
or
so first
anything
10
worth
gets
$400.
$10.
I got Jordans, but you can't have them. But yeah, do that. We're just putting these out there, so let us know. And you can say whatever. You don't have to say we're good. You can say we're bad.
Plug your own podcast on
Yeah.
there. Shit, who cares?
That's
Say
what
this
I'm doing.
podcast is good, but this podcast, it's probably trash because it's not ours. Nerds.
I'm doing that to y'all's podcast, by the way.
Deal.
Just
Hey, as long as they're
dropping
review at
links.
5 stars, dude, I don't care.
3 at best.
4.5 is fair.
The lighting could have been better. I had to wear
And
the
then-
sunglasses the whole time. Feels like
God
It
forbid.
matches, dude. Look at the lighting up there.
Oy vey.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of lighting.
Getting off with shimmeled.
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
I'm
You probably
verklempt.
you'll give me 5 stars. I'll get you an everything bagel. Sends the pork.
That is a good trade.
Oy vey.
Yeah. That's. I gotta stop, Jason. We're gonna stop recording. All right, bye, guys. Do the stuff.